Okay, guys, so this is like my fourth time trying to make this video. A lot of things just kept happening and interfering with the webcam, so we'll see how it goes this time. So, take four. This activity is our focusing back activity, and I'm gonna get my little pointer ready for you all down here in the corner. It is getting back, and it's not working. It's okay. Getting back on track. So these are your clearly, comma, obviously, comma, understandably, comma. Those are the focusing back, getting back on track, activities. So, getting back on track. And the purpose of this activity, the purpose of these types of sentences is to get the paragraph back on topic just in case you strayed a little from the topic during your explanation or your example. It shouldn't happen so much in your explanation as it's more likely to happen through your example. And the best way that I know how to give you an example of that is to think back to when we were doing our advantages and disadvantages prompts so long ago together in our classroom. We were just like rocking it. I think back to that like every day, and every idea that you all gave me was just so amazing, and I miss that so much. So I really hope that you all are taking this time to be able to better yourself and to better your writing. But anyway, so we were just rocking and rolling in the advantages and disadvantages prompt, and the topic or support was that digital devices um, are an advantage because they have GPS trackers in them. And the example was that my brother got lost on a cruise ship. Well, those two things are not really synchronous. They don't really flow together. However, they are connected because we pulled it back with the clearly sentence that if there would have been a GPS tracking device on some kind of digital device, then that situation would have been a lot resolved a lot quicker, a lot easier. So because we went into describing the cruise ship, there were thousands of people on board. Because we described my mom's panic, she was sick to her stomach because she didn't have any idea where she was. We did get a little off focus. And so, what we did was we pulled that back around with the clearly. Clearly, having a digital device with the GPS tracker would have made that situation a lot easier. Or clearly, because we're talking about advantages and disadvantages, clearly having a digital device with a GPS tracker would be a great advantage to a parent. I can't remember exactly what the prompt asked for, but that is the whole purpose of comma clearly, comma obviously, comma, and comma understandably, comma. It is to get your audience back on track and refocused on what the topic at hand is. So, I am just going to go through this example with you really quickly. I'm not going to go through all of this with you all because I'm really excited to read what you all are able to come up with. I really want you all to be able to push yourselves beyond what I'm giving you as an example. So, let's start right here. I'm going to try to get this pointer to work. I am, and it is not working. Let's see. I am right here where it says example. And so we will read the opinion, and I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. Not all of it. I did add on to this activity. We have done this activity before together in class, but I added a few on. And what I noticed as I was going through this activity was that they were all for opinions and none for informational. And we do write a lot of informational pieces. So, there are some topics as opposed to opinions in this. So here's the opinion. I believe students should not be allowed to carry backpacks to class since they can cause students to fall, they can be distracting, and they can be used to sneak in weapons. So our opinion is that students should not be allowed to carry backpacks to class. Okay. And now, if you will remember, these focusing back sentences are made of two parts. How many parts, my friends? Two. Two parts, guys, or it's not correct. And one thing that I have noticed is that we are very easily able to pick out when it's wrong on someone else's paper, but we are not really applying what we know to our own writing. So that is the goal. We are, again, working with this in isolation, meaning that we are working with this by itself as opposed to within the whole piece. So that way, when we do write another piece, which will be on Thursday, that way when we do write another piece as a whole, this will hopefully turn into a glow for us since we've had a lot of practice with it. So remember, 2 parts, and the 2 parts are, it is the opinion or the topic. When that has to be acknowledged. The opinion has to be acknowledged, or the topic has to be acknowledged within this part of the sentence. And you also have to acknowledge your support. So that is your 2 parts, opinion or topic, and then your support. So look over here. I'm just going to underline it in color because that always seems to work. I'm at idea 1 right here. They can cause students to fall. So here I am at number 1. Clearly, and it doesn't really matter what the paragraph said before the sentence, because remember, this is it's just on its own, and its purpose is to refocus everything back. So clearly, having backpacks in the classroom is a bad idea for students since students could fall and get injured. So let's go ahead and let's mark both parts. I am going to mark the opinion in blue, and then I'll just do the support in pink since I've already underlined the support in pink. So clearly having backpacks in the classroom is a bad idea since students could fall and get injured. This is very clear cut. The opinion is obviously, I'm going to let you think about it for a second. Some think time. If you said that having backpacks in the classroom is a bad idea, if you said that that was the opinion, you are 100% correct. That does acknowledge our opinion. And then here is your think time. Where is it acknowledging the support? This is some think time. If you said since students can or could fall and get injured, you are 100% correct. So just go ahead and pat yourself on the back. There you go. This one was very clear cut. It does have both of the two parts included in it. Now, look at number 2 right here. Obviously, anything in the classroom that is distracting, such as backpacks, is a bad idea. Now, this one is a little bit different. It is worded differently and it is set up differently than number 1, but that's okay. We don't want all of these sentences set up in the same way because then our writing, even though they are in 3 separate paragraphs, our writing is going to sound repetitive. Okay, so it's good to see different ways that they are set up. So I'm going to give you some think time again. Think. I want you to find where, I'm going to mix it up. Where's the support? Since my little color is on the support color, where's the support? Here's your think time. Think time. If you said anything in the classroom that is distracting, you could have even gone on to say such as backpacks. You are correct. That is the support. The key word is distracting. And obviously the only thing that is left, and this honestly was a little clear cut too, bad idea. Obviously that's our opinion. Students should not be allowed, so it is a bad idea. Number 3, understandably, allowing backpacks in the classroom could allow students to bring in guns or other weapons, and no one wants that. I love this one right here because it pulls in voice, and voice is something that has the ability to take your writing from here to like way up here. And when we do our next writing piece, I really want you all to practice tying in voice. So here's your think time, think. Where is the opinion? Where's the opinion acknowledged in this? This one is not so clear cut. Here's your think time. You can pause the video if you need a little more think time. Right here where it says no one wants that, that is actually giving our opinion, because think about it. If nobody wants it, it's probably not a good thing. And it's probably not a good idea, and it probably should not be allowed. So that is, and I'm pointing at the screen as if you can see what I'm touching, but that is exactly, that is our opinion. So then that means that our support is coming here, and the support was actually very clear cut in this one. Students can bring in guns or other weapons. So as you can see by the color coding here, and I've talked to you about color coding before, color coding, you can clearly see that each of these three things has the two parts needed in order to refocus the audience back on the topic at hand. Now, I'm going to go quickly through the directions with you for the rest of this activity. If I can scroll. There we go. I had to pause the video because I had to erase what I had written in order to scroll. So here, as you can see, is a topic. So this has come from an informational piece. They have done the first one for you. There are many characteristics of a good teacher, such as showing students compassion and love, having strong content knowledge, and helping students learn at high levels. Now, you all probably do not know what those teacher terms means. Content knowledge just means that we know what we're talking about. We know what you're teaching you. Helping students learn at high levels, we are not giving you something that is too easy. However, if there is something on this paper that you feel might be, you don't know what it means, really, you don't have to know what it means. You absolutely feel free to ask me, ask someone at home. However, that does not affect how you write because you just have to be sure to include those two parts. And you know that that's one of the two parts. So it has here in the comma, clearly, comma, letting kids know you care is an important characteristic to have as a teacher. Again, this is set up a little bit differently than what we had seen up there for the opinion. That is okay. Soak all of that in. And then you are going to do idea 2 and idea 3, but remember both parts. Acknowledge characteristics to have as a teacher. Important characteristic to have as a teacher, rather, and then letting kids know you care. Up here, they have combined compassion and love, but it means the same thing. So on the next one, you're going to do support idea 1 and support idea 2. They have done the comma, understandably, comma, for you. Down here, you are going to do them all on your own. And then I have set up some for you to do. I told you I have added. The numbers are a little bit off on these. That is okay. Do not let that trip you up. And then after you complete the above practice activities, you are going to pull your Optimist Club piece back out, and you are going to rewrite your focusing back sentences for both body paragraphs in your Optimist Club piece. So, if you have any questions, please obviously feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will answer them for you. If you think that you have a question might be a good video, let me know, and I will do that as well.